my name is Adam, the Fertility Advisor from Verdua Healthcare Consultancy in Malaysia. So today I want to share with you another very inspiring story about a couple where having children for them was supposed to be something impossible. Now, the reason why I'm constantly sharing all these stories because, you see, infertility has now become a trend. And sometimes men would contribute at least a part of it. But often, as guys, we would feel quite uncomfortable seeking help or to see a doctor, or even talk about this problem for a variety of reasons. It could be due to ego, or it could be, just it beats up our self-confidence. So, if you're a lady watching this video, I hope you'll be able to understand from a man's point of view on how men could face fertility problems and help your partner throughout this particular journey. But if you are a man watching this video, I want to inspire you and give you the confidence so that no matter how serious is your problem, there is definitely something that you can do about it. So the story, it's a little bit long, that's why I'm having a script in front of me. Do forgive me for that. So the story I'm about to share with you is about a couple where the husband has got no sperm at all. Alright? But still, at the end, managed to get a genetically related child. Okay, it sounds impossible, so here it comes. So about 2 years ago, this couple from East Malaysia, let me call them Mr. and Mrs. Chong. And they were trying to have children for the past half a decade, but they failed. They tried everything that they could, but still there's no result. They were stressed to the level of a near collapse, I must say. So one day, they went to see a fertility doctor back in East Malaysia. So then, only then, Mr. Chong discovered that he has got azoospermia. Now, I'm not sure whether you know that terminology, but azoospermia means that in the sample, they couldn't find any sperm. Okay, not even one. Friends, I must say not even one. That was one of the most serious cases that we have ever came across with. So during the time, even the doctor told him that, you see, Mr. Chong, obviously without sperm, then there is no fertilization. So the only thing that you can do is to borrow other people's sperm to make your wife pregnant. I mean, how would you feel if you are Mr. Chong? If for me, I feel very, I'm not to say angry, but it's just really uncomfortable, wouldn't it be? Yes. Then, Mr. Chong was only 34 years old during the time. I'm sure majority of you would agree that this is not something Mr. Chong ultimately wants, right? But is there any other way that he can, make his wife pregnant using his own material? Well, in Western medicine, what there is something that we call microsurgical epididymal sperm aspiration, okay, or in short, MESA, M-E-S-A. That sounds a little bit scary, isn't it? Okay, that seems like a very, complicated surgery. Well, friends, let me be really frank with you. You should be scared of the surgery. Why? In short, MESA means that the doctor has to have a needle up inside the testicle to try to extract the sperm out. And friends, that is really painful. We've got another client who has been through the surgery who couldn't even get out of bed for the rest of the week. Okay, I'm not trying to scare you, but at the end, there's one message that I want to share with you, so stay tuned. So, but even then, during the time, this particular technology wasn't very developed in East Malaysia. No matter what kind of surgery you do, there is a risk of infection. So you want to be 100% sure. So because of this, MESA wasn't a very viable option for Mr. Chong. Okay, but you see, does that mean Mr. Chong will never be able to have his own child? You see, he doesn't want to get sperm donation. He doesn't want to do MESA. Is there any other way? Yes, there is one last hope. Okay, because back then, actually we as a company, as a team, we visited East Malaysia. So during the time, Mr. Chong found us, and then he asked, is there a cure for azoospermia? Can you reverse my condition? If you can't reverse my condition, that he told us, then I would rather live the rest of my life with my wife. I would rather live without children than having somebody else's child. Okay, he said that very seriously in front of us. So, well, in this case, we have to consider something more natural. Then, we honestly told Mr. Chong that, boosting up his body condition might not guarantee 100% that he will have sperm again, but at least he can try. It will take time, it will take dedication, it will take a lot of effort, but in the end, what the realistic expectation is that he might not be able to get his wife pregnant naturally, but instead he can try an IVF cycle. That way he doesn't have to go through MESA and he doesn't have to go through sperm donation. So, well, at the end it didn't take as long as we expected. Within 1 year, Mr. Chong miraculously, I have to say miraculously, went from no sperm to 1 ml to 9 ml. Okay, so when he went back to the same doctor for his regular checkup, even those doctors were amazed. The news was spread around the entire hospital saying that, oh, this client, went from no sperm to having sperm. Okay, they were not supposed to do that, but anyway, that's what they did. So then, what we did was, afterwards, we referred him to one of our IVF clinics in here, panel clinics in Kuala Lumpur. And because Mr. Chong was very well prepared, both mentally and physically, what happened was that even though the first cycle wasn't successful, but the second one, he was successful. And for the first time in 8 years of marriage, he had his own biologically, genetically related child. What's even happier is that there are 3 more grade A frozen embryos with the clinic that Mr. Chong can put in whenever he wants. Of course, he has to wait for the wife to rest, but anyway, it's available to him. So then, you see, friends, there are no words to describe how heartwarming it is to see 2 worrying faces walk into our clinic, and now we can see the entire family walk out so happily. It's just, undescribable. So here I would like to use this opportunity to encourage everyone that even though a case like Mr. Chong, you can still have your own baby. There is hope so long as you do the right thing, friends. So, you see, often, let's talk about psychology here. Often ladies, they don't understand the impact of sperm donation on guys. I've got another client who was literally shaking her husband, and she said this, I remember. She said, oh, why can't you just do this for me? I really want a child. I'm already 30 plus something years old. For goodness sake, can't you do this just for once? Well, unfortunately, that marriage wasn't very fruitful at all, and we never saw them again. So in this case, I want you, once again, I can't emphasize this further, I want you to understand the importance of getting your body in place by boosting your body condition in the right way. Once again, friends, I have to say in the right way. So before you try either natural pregnancy or even IVF, get as many things into shape as possible, physically and mentally. And then there will be a great chance for you to conceive naturally. But worst come to worst, even like Mr. Chong, you combine with the latest IVF technology, you can still create a lot of miracles, and you can still achieve your dream. So this would conclude our case sharing session for today. Stay tuned for next week's questions and answer. Don't forget to click the like button to support us, and subscribe to our channel for the latest fertility news. And I'll see you next week.